Emma's Best Friend is a Robot. Written by DJ Piper. Illustrated by Deborah Ann. Narrated by H.I. Leeds. Published by Gads Hill Press. Twinklings imprint. Emma tried not to cry when her aunt and uncle's truck stopped at the farmhouse. Their farm would be her new home. She missed her mom and dad. Her friends and everyone she knew lived in a town far away. Her aunt hugged her and said, "Don't worry, Emma. You'll make lots of new friends when school starts next month." Everyone has chores on a farm. Emma learned how to feed the chickens and gather the eggs. Her favorite chicken was a big red hen named Penny. Emma learned about the different vegetables growing in the garden. She pulled orange carrots from the ground and picked ripe red tomatoes, green beans, and yellow squash. Emma felt proud when her aunt prepared meals with the eggs she gathered and the vegetables she harvested. She discovered vegetables tasted better when they were fresh from the garden. Emma learned how to ride her aunt and uncle's horse. The horse was named Blaze because of the white stripe on his face. Every day after Emma finished her chores, she rode Blaze in the pasture. She liked to ride fast and let the wind blow her hair. Emma learned the farm rules too. Stay away from the tractor because she might get hurt. Do not walk behind the horse because he might kick. Do not go into Mr. Mason's barn because it might fall down. Emma's aunt and uncle loved her and were kind, but she did not have any friends. A boy named Connor lived on a farm nearby, but he did not want to play with her. Emma felt very sad and lonely. One day, Mr. Mason's barn door stood open as Emma walked past. She saw a pile of old furniture inside. She also saw something shining in the sunlight. Emma snuck into the barn to look. The shiny metal thing had a head and arms and legs. It looked like a little person. Suddenly, a shadow fell over Emma and a loud voice demanded, "What are you doing in my barn?" Emma jumped up and saw a very tall and very angry man with white hair. "I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to be here. I was just looking. I didn't touch anything." "You're Emma, the kid living next door with your aunt and uncle, aren't you?" Mr. Mason asked. Emma nodded, too scared to speak. Then Mr. Mason smiled. "Do you like robots?" Emma smiled too. "Yes, sir. I've never seen one before, except on television." "I'll take the robot outside so you can see it better," Mr. Mason told her. "Does the robot work?" Emma asked. "No, not for many years. It has a remote control and used to walk and take pictures with a little camera that's in the head," Mr. Mason explained. "Where did you get it?" Emma asked. "I built it for my wife before she got sick." Mr. Mason looked very sad. Emma realized the white-haired man was sad and lonely too, and touched his arm. "If you want to learn about robots and are willing to help, we could repair it and make it work again," Mr. Mason said. "Oh, yes, I'll help," Emma exclaimed excitedly. Mr. Mason smiled and looked happy. Mr. Mason taught Emma how the robot worked. Together, they replaced broken wires and oiled the moving parts. Mr. Mason installed a new camera and showed Emma how to display the pictures on the screen on the robot's chest. Emma loaded new batteries and polished the robot until it shined like new. After they finished repairing the robot, Mr. Mason took it to the aunt and uncle's farm and gave it to Emma. "Thank you, Mr. Mason." Emma's smile beamed with happiness. Emma named the robot Belle after the lonely girl in her favorite movie. She played with Belle every day. "You're my best friend, Belle," Emma told her. "Let's see if anyone else wants to play with us, Belle." Using the remote control, Emma walked Belle to the chicken coop and took a picture of her favorite red hen. Penny squawked and ran away. Emma and Belle walked to the pasture fence and took a picture of the horse. Blaze whinnied and ran away too. Connor rode by the farm on his bicycle. Emma waved. "Hi, Connor. Do you want to play with me and my robot? I found it in Mr. Mason's barn." "That robot is stupid, and if you like it, you're a real loser," Connor laughed as he rode away. "I guess no one wants to play with us today," Emma said sadly. The next morning at breakfast, Emma's aunt looked worried. "Connor is missing. His mother said he climbed through his bedroom window last night. Have you seen him, Emma?" "Not since yesterday. He didn't want to play with me and Belle," Emma answered. After breakfast, Emma was playing in the yard with Belle and saw Connor's bicycle behind Mr. Mason's barn. Emma and Belle walked over and looked through the barn door. Part of the barn's roof had fallen onto the pile of furniture. She saw something that looked like a red tennis shoe. "Connor, are you in there?" Emma shouted. No one answered. "Belle, you have to go inside and see if Connor is there. He might be hurt," Emma told the robot. Emma used the remote control to make Belle walk inside and take a picture of the shoe. When the robot came back out, Emma looked at the picture. She saw a leg coming out of the shoe. Connor must be under the fallen roof. Emma ran to get help. Soon 2 police officers, Mr. Mason, and Emma's uncle lifted the fallen roof off of Connor. They carried him out of the barn and took him to the doctor's office. The doctor examined Connor and said, "You're very lucky you weren't hurt badly, young man." Connor's mother hugged him and kissed him all over his face. She had tears in her eyes. "Why did you go in the barn when you knew it wasn't safe?" she asked. "Emma's robot is really cool. I wanted to find one for myself," Connor told her. The next day, Emma and Connor sat in the field and talked. "Why did you tell me my robot is stupid, but tell your mother the robot is really cool?" Emma asked. "I'm sorry, I was jealous," Connor said. "Why did you help me after I was mean to you?" "I'd want someone to help me if I was trapped," Emma explained. "I hope we can be friends, Emma," Connor said. "When we go to school next week, I can show you around. The kids are going to like you." Emma felt very happy. She was not sad and lonely anymore. She had made her first new friend at her new home. The end of Emma's Best Friend is a Robot by D.J. Piper.